Namaste to all. I am Vaishali Siddharam Shakapure from SSVO GFDC Madhya Bihar. Now I am going to explain you session number 5. Topic for this particular session is GUI components like button, checkboxes, radio button checkboxes, radio button, labels and text fields. GUI components, like there are various GUI components are there. Here in our syllabus, whatever they have mentioned, I have listed over here. First one is a button, checkboxes, radio button, labels, text field, text area, combo boxes, list, scroll bars, sliders, windows, menu, and dialog boxes are there. First, UI components in Java. Here, I have selected only 5 components are there. I am going to explain these components only. First one is button, checkboxes, radio buttons, labels, and text fields are there. Introduction to GUI components. GUI is equal to graphical user interface. Java provides GUI component via AWT and Swing packages. Components allow interaction via the button, text field, etc. used in container like a JFrame and JPanel. Here, Java AWT button. Okay. While creating the button, what we need for this creating button, that I am going to explain. AWT button is a control component with a label that generate an event when clicked on. The button class is used for creating a labeled button that is platform independent. Syntax of AWT buttons are public class button. Here, public class button extends components, implements accessible. That means listener interfaces. Java AWT button class constructors. Here, there are two types of button class constructors as mentioned below. First one is the default constructor. There, default constructor is nothing but what I am not going to give the name of that particular button. That means blank button I am want to create. Then I have to use the default button constructor. Next is the button string. Here, string is nothing but whatever name I want to mention on that particular button, I have to write over here. Here I have given in double inverted comma, click here. If I write over here, then click here, name button will create. Used to create the push button. Trigger J button is used to create a push button. Triggers an event when clicked. Common methods. Set text here. Common method for this particular button is set text. Why this set text method we need? Because for button class we have one constructor, that is default constructor. When I use the default constructor to set the text on that particular button, I have to use this set text. Next one is add action listener. When I want to uh, take a action on that created button, I have to use the add action listener method of that particular action event class or action event listener interface. Here, example, J button B is equal to new J button click me. When I write this line, then button will create named click me. Here is the example. Here I have created one frame. There I have taken the button called as J button is equal to new button click me here. Button dot set bound here. Button. I want to take the action where we have learned the event handling. If I want to handle the event, when I click on this particular button, that message should display that button clicked. So I have used the public void action perform one method of that interface. Here, J option pane dot show message dialog. When I click on that particular button, what action should take? That particular frame should show the message like button clicked. Here, here is the output. Okay, here here button example. This is the frame. I have created the button called as the click me. When I click on this button, the message will going to appear here. Message has button has clicked over here. Next is checkboxes. Next component is checkbox. Checkbox is used to create the checkbox for multiple selection. Common method is selected. This method is to show that that particular option has selected or not. Set selected. That means if I want to set a particular option to be selected, then I have to use this set selected method. Example here, J checkbox CB is equal to new checkbox accept terms. Accept terms. This is the checkbox option. Here I have created the program called as a here class land. Main function is there. I have created one constructor inside that. Here I have created one frame. Here I have taken the label called as the select known languages. Okay. Here next is checkbox. First one is that checkbox created a language is Hindi. Okay. Next is English. Next one is Marathi. Next is I have created name like a Marathi checkbox. Here I have set the bound for that particular checkbox as well. The by default is also there. If I want to create my customized checkbox, then I have to use the set bound method is there. Here it will going to set the bounds. Here is the left, right, and it is the height and width is there. Then I have added that particular checkbox to that particular frame. Here select the language. Select the language called label is there. Here I have created Hindi, English, Marathi, three different checkboxes. Here I can select the any one in all the checkboxes. Output is like this only. Next is radio button. Radio button used for single choice selection. That checkbox is multi choice selection. Here radio button is single choice selection. Must be grouped with a button group. Common method set selected boolean. Okay. Set selected. When it gets selected, it should be true. When it deselected, it should be false. Is selected method is also there. Okay. Radio button R1 is equal to new radio button mail is there. Button group VG is equal to new button group. Add that we have to create that radio button group. In that I have to add that particular radio button. Here in that particular group VG group class made object I have taken and added that group in that group R1 radio button mail. Here I have created in this particular, I have created one frame called as the radio button example. There I have created the radio button RB1 and RB2. Okay, first one is the male and second one is the female. Here I have added that, I have created group as well. In that group I have added the two radio buttons. Okay, two radio buttons. Here when I select that particular a radio button, then I have created the submit button as well. When I submit, then that should get submitted. Okay, next I have added the action listener. In that action listener I have taken the action performed here. What action should be taken? When RB1 is selected, then message should be you selected male. When RB2 is selected, then message should be female. Okay, else frame if no option has selected, then default message should be there. Please select an option. Next is JLabel. Display the text on the image. JLabel displays the text or an image cannot be edited by the user. Okay, that label cannot be edited by the user. Common method set text and set icon. Okay, I can either as a label I can set the text or I can set the icon for that particular label as well. Here JLabel class is there. Label is the object. I have created the label called as the username. Here is the example. I have created first is the label example class is there. In that class, I have created the one frame. In that particular frame, I will going to add the label. I have to create that label to add that label into that frame. I have created the label like welcome to the Java sim. Then I have added that label to that particular frame. Here is the example. Label example is there. Here is the label has appeared on that particular frame. Okay. Next is text field is there. Text field allow user to enter the single line of text. Common methods are get text and set text are there. Okay. Here is the example to create the text field. TF is the object of that particular text field, and I have given here 20 as a parameter. 20 is nothing but what? 20 character limit is there for the text field. Okay. Here I have created one program, a text field I have created, and I have added the text field into that particular frame, and also I have created the submit button also. I have taken the option action on that. Okay. When text is entered, when I click on the submit button, then dialog box should open and say that hello GFGC MBL, and when I press on OK, that this dialog box will disappear. Okay. Here is the summary. In Java, Sync provide the reusable GUI component. First is the J button, trigger the action, J checkbox. It takes the multiple selection, J radio button, group the selection is there. J label displays the text, J text will accept the input. Thank you.